Hi everyone, and thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you how I created this card on my Cricut Imagine, and I'll be using the Cricut Craft Room. I'm going to give you a little overview of the Cricut Craft Room as well, and show you how I laid everything out. Obviously it's a birthday card, the Hippo Birdie to you. This is inspired by a card / mug that I got my dad several years ago, probably 30 years ago, and I believe the artist's name is, her last name is Boyton. She did a lot of series with some animals and things, and I really like this phrase, Hippo Birdie to you. I thought it was cute. So that's what inspired my card today. So let's go to the Cricut Craft Room and I'll show you how I laid everything out. Okay, here is our Cricut Craft Room. I've only had access to this for a little while, so I'm still kind of learning as I go with this, but I'll explain to you what I did with my card. Instead of trying to cut out all individual letters and words and everything, it was just easier to put it on and have it just print as a flat image. The first thing I did was selected a square from, I used Designer's Calendar, but wherever you have access to a square in any of your cartridges, you can use that. And I just went over and under colors and patterns, I selected hopscotch, and here is where you would select either patterns or colors, and the colors would be your coordinating color palette that is available with your cartridge. So I'm going to go back to patterns, and I had selected this pattern. It's the yellow with like almost a lighter yellow and some blue flowers in it. And words, I used the text or the font from A Child's Year. How I did that, down here to the bottom, and I'm going to expand my cartridges. I'm going to come in here and select Cricut cartridge, and I am going to select font, and all I did was I added each individual letter to the screen. For example, I'll just show you, drag them up here, H. Oh, I have my layers turned on. You can turn that off so it doesn't keep coming up with this screen view. So I'm just going to say current layer. I'll just do high, for example. Current layer. Okay, and what I've done is I can move these around. I can weld them together. I can change the colors of each individual letter. I can't do if I use the fonts up here. Okay, if you do a font text box, it is all one color. And you can't go and choose, like if I want to make this H blue and this I red, I could do that. Okay, so what I did then, I did my words, Hippo Birdie, and the number 2 and U for the U, and I placed them at the bottom of my mat that is going to go on the base of my card. I then chose a rectangle again, resized it so it would fit. I'm going to select everything, move everything over so you can see that when I put this over here, I kind of lay everything on top of everything, and then I selected which parts I wanted to move off. I could, if I wanted to, go ahead and just print it just as this, or I could, like I was going to do before, I'd move the pieces and I group those together so they'll all come as one piece. See, come back and stick on this mat. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to take this layer and ink around my edges before I put it on the card. The critters are from Create a Critter, and it's just really easy to do. It's amazing what this craft room can do. I pulled all the layers for the individuals here. For example, for the hippo, I pulled the shadow layer, I made it black. I pulled the next layer up and I made it dark gray, and then I pulled the top layer and made it gray. And I believe this top layer actually had a flower and some dots or spots on here. I went in and hid the contour on them so I didn't have them showing, because I am going to put flowers on the actual card itself, so I will be putting things there and don't that cutout there. So what I did is I went ahead and I colored all my images and I layered them up, and then just placed them where I want. And so when we go to print this, it's going to all come out as one flat sheet of paper. So there's no taking them and lining up your layers and getting everything to cut nice smooth, because that's all going to be done for us. So we'll go ahead and go back to the card and we'll finish assembling. One flat sheet of paper. So there's no taking them and lining up your layers and getting everything to cut nice smooth, because that's all going to be done for us. So we'll go ahead and go back to the card and we'll finish assembling. Okay, I have everything printed out and cut from my Cricut Craft Room, and I went ahead and added some detail to my critters on my card. I added some Stampin' Up! Glitter to the sheep, and I added some black diamond stickles to the bird's wing just to give it a little bit of extra detail. And what I'm going to do now is use a finger dauber and my Tim Holtz Distressed Ink in Scattered Straw, which matches really well with the background paper that we have. And I'm just going to go quickly ink the edges. And my dauber is kind of falling apart, so hopefully I don't get too many stray pieces on here. Try to do this quickly. I'm not good at crafting and talking, so I apologize for the silence. Get this out of the way before I put ink where I don't want it. Guess it's time for a new dauber. Okay, almost done. Okay, I'm going to throw that out because it's falling apart now. Okay, so I'm going to use white as my base, and I picked out some flowers to put on my hippo, and I'm going to use some bling. Get my ATG gun, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this down to the base color. It's been a while since I've done videos, and it's just... Okay, back in the swing of things here. Okay. Okay, that's on. I picked out a couple of flowers that I'm going to put on. I'm going to add one to the hippo's hair. I'll put one down here on the body, and then just one up here in the corner, because I have to do odd numbers. I can't do even numbers on my items. So I'm going to use some glue dots and just attach our flowers down, and then I'll put bling in the middle of them. And these colors kind of coordinate with a little bit of everything in this paper. I know you can't tell, but there's a little bit of pinky red over here in the corner on the distressed part. Okay, so there we go with that. Get my bling. Actually, I am going to excuse my arm I'm going to use my quick stick. It's not really a quick stick, but it does the same purpose. To put our bling here in the middle. And this is actually from Silhouette, called the Pick Me Up. Works really good. It's easier than trying to fight with these little rhinestones as you try to put them on your projects. Okay, and all I need now is a piece of my blue ribbon, and I am going to go cut that piece off, and I will be right back. Okay, I have my blue ribbon, and I'm just going to use the cheater method to attach this with just some Scotch tape. Put this on, and then we'll tie a little bit of a bow, not a bow, but you know, just tie the ribbon there in the center. See if I can do this on camera without messing up. Just tie this here in a little bit of a knot, and then I'm going to trim my edges. I think I'm just going to do them straight. Okay, so our card base is here. We're just going to add some tape to the back. And we are done with our card. Getting down to the end of my roll, and it's hard to use that ATG gun when it's down there. Okay. Put our card together. And we're going to... Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed today's project. I will be posting every Saturday on the Creative Critters Imaginations blog. And if you'd like to see other projects that I've done, you can visit me at my blog, www.tatteredprimitives.com, which will forward you to my Blogger blog space page. Or you can click the link below in the video. So once again, thanks for stopping by, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.